This is 2 Corinthians 2:11, and it says, "Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices." I like to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostle elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and salutations to all you brothers out there pushing this word in love, truth, sincerity, and humility. Once again, it's the brother Shathia from the Chicago camp, coming back to you with what I hope is another quick and edifying sit down. And just want to give my perspective on these fires in California. Now, when I first saw it, immediately I said, you know what, something ain't right about this. But I'm going to wait a couple of days because I guarantee you there's going to be a whole lot of information that's going to come out. And sure enough, it has. And these are some of the things that we all know has gone down since these fires started a couple of days ago. Now, this is not the entire list of things. However, it is some of what's going on. Now, first and foremost, we got video evidence of people starting these fires. We have a situation where the majority of, well, I won't say the majority, but out of 10 firefighters, 3% of them, should I say 30% of them, out of 10 firefighters, let me get my worded together, sorry about that. Out of 10 firefighters, 3 of them are prison inmates. Okay, they're sacrificing their life just like the people who have this as their job are doing. The only difference is these inmates are probably only getting paid 25 to 35 cents an hour. And they have crammed in 30 years of experience in a couple of years. But unfortunately, we all know with slave labor, they probably will not be able to get a reduced sentence or get their time just completely dissolved. And you sure as hell know that they're not going to get a recommendation to work full-time at any of these departments once they have so-called served their time. Okay? We also have a situation where there's no there's no water in the fire hydrants. So now one of the main resources that they need to fight these fires, they don't have. And it's funny because you have a billionaire family that owns the Pistachio brand and the Poem Drink and many other things. I think it's the Reisner or Reisler family. Okay, these folks own 60%. 60% of the water in California. Why they have not volunteered to release some of this water so they can fight these fires, I don't know. But that is another situation that we are dealing with right now. We also have a situation where it just skipped my mind right now. We also, oh no, it didn't. Like it just spirit brought it back to me. We have a situation where we have an article that came out not too long ago that was stating on how to make Los Angeles a smart city by 2028. And conveniently, that lies on the year where they're most likely going to have the Olympics. And you have to ask yourself, why are all these calamities happening at the same time during the course of this fire? Well, there's been two notions on that. The first one is to cover up evidence of Sean Combs' activity, or as we all affectionately know him as P. Diddy. You know, it could be used to cover up this activity. But then there's another idea that's been circulating that a guy on TikTok called long before it happened. And he said there might be some white gold in them hills. And what I mean by white gold? Lithium. And sure enough, a couple of days after he made this comment, now it's come out. And so let me put it on pause so we can bring up this video.
At the Hazmat, we have found a underground lithium battery storage plant for bicycle batteries that has posed a huge hazard in that area. We are working with the Hazmat teams to keep that contained. So a lot of that is just very dangerous. As you just heard, the air quality in some of that area is still very, very high and dangerous. With the Hazmat, we have found a underground lithium battery storage plant for bicycle batteries that has posed a huge hazard in that area. We are working with the Hazmat teams to keep that contained. So a lot of that is just very dangerous. As you just heard, the air quality in some of that area is still very, very high and dangerous. With the
So yeah, they found lithium in them their hills. All right. And we all know that for the new up and coming technological era with smart cities and artificial intelligence and blockchain technology that's going to run it, what is the main ingredient that you need in these things? Lithium. Okay? This is probably a huge reason why these fires have started in the first place. And that's why 2 Corinthians 2:11, I'm going to read it again. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Because what you have to understand is that this guy, Bad Uncle Esau, whenever an opportunity shows itself where he can acquire a natural resource to use it for himself, for control and profit, he's going to do it. And he's going to do it by any means necessary, even if that means destroying his own people. All right, they are the only nation of people that have the term collateral damage, or saying such as you have to crack a few eggs to get an omelet. As the scripture says, evil I think it's Ecclesiasticus 14. Let me do good to himself. Now my internet acting funny. I want to say it's Ecclesiasticus 14. Yep. Ecclesiasticus 14:5. It says, he that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? He shall not take pleasure in his goods. And this is, as I said before, the agenda of Bad Uncle Esau. All right. When there are resources that pop up around the world, his mindset is like, all right, how can we grab that for ourselves? Okay. All these wars that were over in the Middle East, what was it all for? Oil. Well, I forgot the other country where they had the poppy fields for the cocaine. All right, it's like, nope, we got to get our hands on that. And now we have a situation where America is finding lithium in these different places across the continent. And seeing as many of these countries are going to be switching over into this smart city, AI, digital blockchain technology societies, it's almost like a race to see who can get there first. Because many of these other countries have found huge lithium deposits. But America, trying to hold on to whatever type of power that it has, is in a race with these other countries. We got to get the lithium. And see, if America actually played ball and shared with the other countries, they might say, you know what? Yeah, you can get lithium for us. We're going to hook you up. But America has such bad relations with the other countries right now, for them to even fix their mouth to try to set up deals to obtain lithium from other countries, you know they're going to tax America. So now America has discovered a resource that they can use to stay in competition with the other countries. And unfortunately, or fortunately, you know, many Edomites are paying the price for it. Okay, and with all this evidence coming out that there's foul play, you know, a lot of people are going to be upset. And this is why the scripture says, I think it's in, is it Amos or Micah? Or is it Job? Yes, in Job. Job 20 and 22. It says, in the fullness of his sufficiency he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall be upon him. That word wicked goes into workers. Because you have all these people, even these big Hollywood stars, who have worked their whole lives to enjoy a comfortable life, and now it's been wiped out because of corporate greed, aka capitalism. All right, I saw a video that was explaining that now you're starting to have many people start their own little private group chats via text or the internet, however they're doing it, talking about how they now need to take up arms and do a Luigi, because these folks are pissed off, not only that the fact that they've lost all their entire lives, but they're pissed off at the fact that the very same government that they had faith in has betrayed them. And this is why we read in Ecclesiasticus 14, what was that? And 5, at the end it says, well, I'll just read the whole thing. He that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? He shall not take pleasure in his goods. Right, because the work is going to be on their ass. How can you enjoy the fruits of labor when it's been acquired by wicked means, knowing that people are going to seek vengeance? Okay? There is no way a person can enjoy his work knowing that there are going to be mobs of angry people waiting for blood. And as the scripture says, Ecclesiastes 34:22, actually 21. It says, the bread of the needy is their life, and he that defrauded him thereof is a man of blood. He that taketh away his neighbor's living slayeth him. Right. Because of these fires, you have people's entire livelihoods have been wiped away with no ability to recover. All right. And that just reminded me of another thing. It's not a coincidence that all these insurance companies dropped these folks from the fire portion of their insurance. So unless you're these movie stars like Matt Damon and Ricky Lake and Paris Hilton and so on and so forth, who have the means to just go and buy them another house or build one up from scratch, you through. You are completely through. It says, he that defraudeth the labor of his hire is a blood shedder. And that's what this devil does. As the scripture says, the devil has come to steal, kill, and destroy. All right, there is nothing about this man's motives that are ever genuine. This is why the scripture says, who shall pity a charmer that's bitten by a snake? All right, many of you people, especially you Edomites, thought that your own kinsman had your best interests at heart. Now come to realize that he was never for you all. You served your purpose of being good little slaves to help them acquire more money, which means more control. And now that he has the control and the money and the resources to implement their new system, they have no more use for you all. Now they can put us and you low-level Edomites under a technological draconian system. Just go look it up. LA Smart City 2028. LA the Olympics. I also saw another video that stated that there's they also discovered that there could be a major railroad line going through there. So we all know how that helps out with the logistics of transporting products. So, you know, I'm sure there's a whole lot more that can be said, because I'm sure there's going to be a whole lot more that's going to come out. Okay, because there was also a document a while ago stating how the government wanted this land, but they couldn't get it because there were people on there. And the exception to the rule is if there were to be some type of natural, you know what I'm doing with my two fingers when you say natural, okay? If by some chance a natural disaster were to occur, then it would be easy for the government to take and acquire the land. So, you know, there's going to be more stuff coming out about this. So we just got to stay tuned and keep our eyes open. But that's all I wanted to say on this. I hope you all were edified. So the next time we're in and say shalom.